everyone, welcome to the Splash Sisters Pod. I'm Mev.
And I'm Hana.
And thank you guys for joining us for another week. Today we're going to be talking about our finals predictions. It's going to be the Nuggets versus the Heat. And Hana, who do you think is going to pull it out?
This is a really interesting matchup because it's an 8th seed versus a number 1 seed. And everyone is obviously, most people think the Nuggets are going to win. But you know what? I'm going for the Heat.
The Heat?
Yeah, I think
That's weird.
we've begun to underestimate them round and round and round again. And I think they really do have a lot of motivation within themselves to pull this off because they played 2 play-in games. They lost the first one, embarrassingly. They won the second one, and everyone thought the Bucks were going to beat them, right? They won in 5. Obviously, Giannis was injured for the first couple games, but they still had a chance to come back, the Bucks did, and they didn't. But after that, they got to play the Knicks, and I think people were split on that one. Like, a lot of people thought the Knicks would win, a lot of people thought the Heat would win. The Heat won. They ended up versus the Celtics, and the Celtics are the best team they got to play so far. And they went up 3-0. I know it still ended up going to 7, but the fact that they were up 3-0 and dominated them through the first 3 games, they won the first 2 games that were at the Celtics. They were really, really good during that series. So I think they will make it hard for the Nuggets because I think their shooting is so good. They have a great leader. Bam is also really good defensively. And I think if they do win, this will be the greatest championship of all time.
I agree, but I just don't see the Heat. I don't see the Heat winning. And it's because the Nuggets are the best team in the league by a mile. They beat every team in the West in 5 or 6 games this year comfortably.
They could have been. They played an 8th seed, they played a 7th seed, and they played a 5th seed.
You can't use that because
or a 4th seed.
It doesn't matter. They beat KD, Booker.
The Suns were not
they beat
great.
LeBron, AD.
The Suns outside of KD and Booker were not great. So far, I'd say that the Lakers gave them the most trouble because each and every game of that series was close, and the Lakers had a chance to win each of those games. But they just didn't really have a good closer at that time. If the Heat win at all, it's literally the greatest championship of all time. Just because they beat a 1 seed, they beat a 2 seed, they beat a 5th seed, which is still better than an 8th seed, right? And being the number 1 seed in the West too, who everyone thinks will beat you, 100%, it would be the best championship of all time.
They're not gonna win. The Nuggets are their absolutely worst matchup. They're the worst matchup for the Heat. Nobody to. I just don't think there's anyone who can guard Murray. I mean, Butler can, but Murray, you can guard him to your best ability. If he plays like Steph Curry, which he's been doing, nobody can guard him. He averaged 33 points per game against the Lakers. And he's a playoff riser. He does not play bad. He hasn't played bad once this year. He
actually has, but
yeah,
he still came up big when it mattered.
He is clutch. He's not Jaylen Brown. Murray is better. Jamal Murray is better than Jaylen Brown.
You think Jamal Murray is better than Jaylen Brown?
Mm-hmm. He is better. He's proving it right now. Jaylen Brown is so overrated.
I know Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen
Brown shit the bed this year, but I still think he's better than Jamal Murray.
No, he's not. The only thing he's better at is defense, and not by that much, because his defense was horrific against the Heat.
Jaylen Brown is eligible for one of the biggest contracts, if not the biggest contract in NBA history.
They're not going to give it to him. Get it? No, he's getting traded 100%.
I saw the contract breakdown, and 1 year it's $60 million. That's literally
disgusting.
Insane. That's definitely not happening. But it's gonna be crazy to see what happens in the offseason.
Yeah, because also
I think the only team that would trade for Jaylen Brown is the Knicks.
You guys would be the stupidest franchise ever to trade for Jaylen Brown.
No, if we, I don't think we would be.
Unless you trade
Jaylen Brown needs an elite point guard. That's what I think. I think the Celtics are stumped because they didn't make a move for an elite point guard or just a playmaking point guard. Marcus Smart is good, but I feel like Marcus Smart is better off the bench than he is starting.
I mean, that's debatable, but yeah, I don't think he's a true point guard either. He focuses more on arguing and flopping than actually playing the game.
The Celtics themselves, look at the Celtics team. Who is their playmaker? Who is their point guard?
Derek White.
They're gonna need that won't cut it. This is why this team is so talented, but they were missing that playmaking aspect. which is why they're not in the finals at this moment. And yeah, I feel like imagine Harden goes there.
Harden, Brown, and Tatum, and they keep everyone, that they destroy everyone, but I don't think that works.
Regardless, I think Jaylen Brown is still a great player. Just I don't even know what happened.
What
this
if Jaylen
series.
Brown
It was bad.
takes a minimum contract and gets someone like Harden to come? He just focuses
Jaylen
on
Brown
winning.
was one good playoffs away from having that insane contract.
Maybe the finals, he 100%
really fumbled the bag himself, all by himself.
If they made the finals and took the Nuggets to 6, he 100% would have gotten that contract. Yeah, I don't think there's anyone who can guard Jokic. I genuinely do not think AD is the best defender in the playoffs. He's gone. Bam maybe, but Bam is quite undersized, and Jokic can score over anyone.
Yeah, but
if he's not scoring,
despite Bam's offensive troubles at times, he is great defensively. He is one of the best defenders in the league. And obviously,
he kind of forgot how to play defense.
No, there's not a single answer for Jokic. I don't know. I still think that he have a chance. If the Heat do lose, I think it'll be in at least 6. They're not getting swept. There's no way that he gets swept.
They don't get swept, but did you see how Jimmy and Bam forgot how to play basketball for 3 straight games?
Yeah, that's what's scary.
Even Bam's defense was bad. His offense was bad. Jimmy, same thing. If they want to beat the Nuggets, they need to play on that the way they were playing against the Bucks in the first round. The Bucks 100% would have won more games if they played like they played against the Celtics.
As long as those role players hit their shots and Caleb Martin continues playing like an all-star,
Jimmy needs to be dropping 50 again.
They can win.
If Jimmy drops 50, 40, 30, Bam plays great, Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent,
and if we're being honest, I really do think that Heat are deeper than the Nuggets are.
No, the Nuggets. Are you serious?
The Nuggets go deep into their benches. Jeff Green and Bruce Brown. The Heat's bench is Kyle Lowry,
sucks.
Tyler Hero because he's coming back. Who else comes off the bench
for the Heat?
Yeah,
they have Duncan Robinson.
Yeah, Duncan Robinson, who's been shooting very well. Duncan Robinson, Kyle Lowry, who's been really good. Tyler Hero when he comes back. Do you think they're gonna start Tyler Hero when he comes back or no?
No, he's literally been out for a while, and I don't think he's not gonna be
I think Tyler Hero definitely gets minutes though because
I don't know.
Remember those 2 shots that Duncan Robinson missed in Game 6? I think Hero would have sank at least one of them.
You definitely do not know that for sure. People just say that, but
Tyler Hero is literally the best 3-point shooter.
Yeah, but Duncan's been playing so good this whole entire playoff. So you saying that he's not gonna make that Tyler would have made those, it just doesn't make sense because Tyler's been out for a while. He literally broke his wrist, I think. How is he gonna come back and make shots? I just don't They're gonna give him a shot to come back, but I don't know.
My username on Twitter used to be Hana Hero. I've been a Tyler Hero fan since he was in high school.
I can vouch. I know how good he is. She was always on that train, but
I'm not even kidding. When
Hana Hero 23.
I'm not even kidding. When he went to Kentucky, I watched every single game.
That's some serious.
And I cried when they lost. I cried when they lost in the final.
That's some serious simping. I'm not even gonna lie. How do you watch every high school and college game?
Not every high school game, but college, yes, and his rookie year with the Heat. And when he went crazy in the playoffs, he was so good in his rookie year in the playoffs, and people literally forget about it. He put Marcus Smart on skates. Future defensive player Marcus Smart on skates as a rookie. Marcus Smart is a little overrated, if we're being honest. Especially
if they had Bubble Hero, the Heat would literally be destroying the Nuggets. Jimmy shouldn't be a number 1 option scorer. He just shouldn't. His regular season self is his true self. He needs to have a number 1 scorer. Jimmy needs to be the 2nd scorer, and Bam needs to be the 3rd.
Yeah, honestly,
that's what they're lacking. That's what their downfall will be.
For Donovan Mitchell. If the Heat traded for Donovan Mitchell,
exactly,
he would have been perfect as their number 1 guy. But
exactly,
Jimmy's still their best player and their go-to player in big moments, and
yeah,
just in shifting the momentum at all times.
The Nuggets have 2 players who can drop 30 plus whenever they want. Jokic and Murray, also the best duo in the league. Everything that they do, they're just the best. They're pick and roll. They're everything. They can make shots. They're so efficient. I don't see Bam and Jimmy combating that.
It's not just them. the Heat have a lot. They have so much shooting. But their role players have been playing not like role players. Gabe Vince has been great. Max Strus has been great.
They just need to keep it up. I don't know if they can do that against the Nuggets' defense.
Caleb Martin.
The Nuggets have good defense all around. Plus, their shooting is Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray. They're going to shoot lights out. Even Bruce Brown,
but I'm just saying, do not underestimate the Heat because they've proved they can play against the big dogs and beat them.
It's going to be like a battle of the shooters. The Heat have been making threes great, like, consistently. So have the Nuggets.
Exactly.
Whoever's making more threes, I feel like they're going to, like, make their opponent, like, start missing.
Who's your, like, top 5 in probability for Finals MVP?
Jokic 1. Jimmy 2, Murray 3. That's it. Like, I don't think anyone would win Finals MVP
for me
besides those 3.
For me, but you still have to pick. Like, for me, if I had to pick, it would be Jokic 1, Jimmy 2, Murray 3, Bam 4, and I'll say 5 is either Michael Porter Jr. Actually, no, not Michael Porter Jr. Unless he has like a Clay level shooting series,
which he probably will. Michael Porter Jr. does not miss.
Yeah, I'd say number 5 would probably be Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin had literally he cooked the Knicks. Cooked the Knicks. I thought it would be over after that. Like, I'd be like, oh, his Cinderella run is over. He's still playing amazing. Like, well,
nobody underestimated the Heat more than you. Like, you were literally.
I think a lot of people did. Like, they had a 3% chance of beating the Celtics.
What the Heat role players are doing is what the Knicks role players everyone thought they would do.
Exactly.
But no, nobody showed up but Jaylen Brunson at times. Literally.
Jaylen Brunson is like a top 5 to 6 player in the East. He is so good. Like, I'm so excited about him. Like, a lot of people, he was Luka's backup. No one expected him to be this good. Like, most people were like, oh, wow, this contract is huge. Like, how did he get this contract? And he proved everyone wrong. He's one of the best players in the league. I think Jaylen Brunson is easily our best player. I hope we trade Julius Randle in the offseason. I think the Knicks can go to the finals in these coming years. We just need another.
There's not a worse playoff dropper than Julius Randle. Like, he'll play all NBA level.
I think you're literally statistically right. There literally is not a bigger playoff dropper.
He ends up playing so horrible.
It's just annoying because he tricks.
I don't understand.
Julius Randle tricks Knicks fans over and over again. Like, you can't average 25 and 10 in the regular season and then go off the cliff in the playoffs when we need you the most.
He would even every player who played against the Heat. I mean, who played against the Knicks was saying that Jaylen Brunson is him. Like, he deserves I don't know.
Jaylen Brunson, he deserved to be an All-Star this year.
I would be so frustrated with Julius Randle. But why are we even talking about the Knicks? Like, can we stop?
I always find a way to talk about the Knicks.
You're annoying.
I usually do like the Heat, but they beat us, so I can't root for the team that beat us. And for the Nuggets, I just don't like the Nuggets. Probably because I'm mad that they beat the LeBron. Like, this is a lose-lose situation for me. But if I had to pick, I want the Heat to win, just because Jimmy Butler is deserves a ring. Like, no one had them. Like, I love underdogs. I love the underdog story. Even though I want the Knicks to be the only 8th seed to go to the finals, they joined us in that company, but they're going to be the only 8th team to win it all if they win this year, which is also a lose-lose for me because obviously I want the Knicks to hold that crown, But whatever.
But I
think
I feel like it's torn. Like, a lot of people love Jokic.
Yeah,
now.
I think no. Because I feel like a lot of people like Jokic now. Because even though Jokic was never
a lot of respect.
Jokic was never terrible in the playoffs, but a lot of people were saying that a lot of people don't give MVPs credit until they win a championship. Like, remember Giannis? He won 2 straight, and everyone was calling him a fraud, and then he ended up winning the championship, and then everyone respected him, said he's the best in the world. Now that Jokic has an actual chance to win a championship, and he's in the finals for the first time in his career, people are finally giving him the credit he deserves. Because now he's it's showing that his impact is real.
Most NBA fans have Jokic as the best player in the world. I do too. Jokic is unreal when he plays. He knows the game from the back of his hand. Like, he reads things before they happen. He's just so fun to watch, and I don't get how people say he's not fun to watch. Like, Jokic is one of the most fun players in the league to watch, in my opinion. And I think a lot of people would be happy to see Jokic win. I would too. Like, I wouldn't mind. Jamal Murray deserves it too. I like how
I'd rather see Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero get a ring.
But I mean, I really like how the Nuggets built everything. Like no super teams. Like they drafted most of their players. They drafted Jokic, MPJ, like everyone.
I like this. Me too.
It. Yeah.
I like this unless they go crying to Giannis to tell him to join the Nuggets.
Happen.
No, I'm saying because that's what the Warriors did. The Warriors were like all built in, drafted Curry, Clay, and Draymond, and they had a 73-9 record, and still had to go cry for a superstar to come join them, even though they always had the greatest regular season record of all time. They could have ran it back, but they were just so scared of LeBron James that they had to ruin the league. Let's say if the Nuggets lose to the Heat.
Honestly, now that LeBron's gone, I don't see anyone trying to form super teams anymore. Because there's like organic.
No, there
teams.
will be.
No, but do you see these organic teams like the Grizzlies, the Nuggets?
I'm telling you, one day Luka and Jokic are going to team up. They're best friends.
They're going to veto
best
that.
Friends. The Mavs, they're not going to veto shit. If they
they're
didn't veto,
that,
if they didn't veto KD,
genuinely so unfair to have Luka and Jokic on the same team.
Listen, if they didn't veto KD going to the Warriors, they're not going to veto this. So we all know that Luka and Jokic are going to team up one day. I know for a fact. They're best friends, obviously. Everyone knows they're best friends. They hang out. They have double dates all the time. I think they're obviously, like, if they had one person they're closest with in the league, it's each other. And we all know when LeBron and Wade teamed up, right? And Wade won a championship already when they teamed up. I feel like if Jokic will probably have a championship under his belt when they team up. Luka will be unhappy with the Mavs in recent years. I doubt they'll ever get help for him. He's going to lead the Mavericks and join the Nuggets, and then they're going to be this next juggernaut super team. And then it's going to ruin the league, and everyone's going to be pissed again.
Nobody's going to respect them anymore. That's
and now a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh, you're writing a fan fiction or whatever." Like I don't know why. Like if this ever happens, like I know if Luka ever leaves the Mavericks, I know he'll join the Nuggets. I just know it.
At the end of it all, I just don't think the Heat, their Cinderella, Jeremy Lin, and insanity moment is over.
I kept saying everyone, like, their Cinderella run will be over soon, and will be over soon. And I'm not about to underestimate them again. Heat in 7.
Nuggets in 6.
Heat in 7.
Nuggets
in 6. We'll see who's right.
I'm going to be right because there's absolutely no way. If that happens, like, the sport is fake. Like, this is a fake sport. Like, it just isn't real. How does an 8 seed beat the Nuggets, who have been clapping all their opponents so far? The Heat have barely beat the Celtics. Like,
if we're being honest, the Heat have been smacking their opponents too until the Celtics decided to wake up. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below who you think is gonna win the NBA Finals and how many games. And subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok @SplashSistersP. Thank you so much.